My name is Ralf Haupter. I am the CEO and Chairman of Microsoft in Greater China. You enjoy watching Whose Time Here with me.
全球最大的软件公司微软的大中华区董事长兼 CEO 赫勒富在微软工作已经有10年之久。在加入微软之前呢，他曾经在 IBM 德国和国际业务部门担任多个职务。2006年的时候加入微软，曾主管微软在欧洲、中东和非洲地区的合作伙伴业务，也曾经就职于微软的德国分公司，先后担任首席运营官以及总经理。2012年的4月，他出任微软公司资深副总裁，并成为新一任的微软大中华区董事长兼 CEO。而在此前的20年间，坐在这个位置上的都是华人。在出席2016年3月举行的2016中国发展高层论坛期间，赫勒富接受了财新时间的专访，就互联网时代背景下微软的转型，如何进一步的拓展中国业务、虚拟现实、增强现实以及人工智能等技术领域的研发进度，如何挖掘2合1、细分市场潜力等问题，回答了财新记者的提问。
You were in Germany before you came to China. What's the thing that actually attracts you to this market?
I personally like challenges and like difficult things. And I think if something is true, then I'd say it's not easy to understand how to be successful in China, but I think we understand how to help and be jointly successful with China. And that is what really encouraged me to be here and learn here day by day how I can better in serving the needs of the Chinese market as a company.
So we know you have been here for almost 4 years. So is there any difference of the company compared with 4 years ago?
The last 4 years have been very interesting, obviously, but also a lot of changes we did as a company. During that time, we got a new CEO, which is obviously for the company was quite a big thing. And we have made, I would say, a couple of fundamental transitions in the way we approach market and the way we run our business, explicitly here in China. We brought technologies which are new to the market as well. So if you look at our big bets on cloud first and mobile first, we have brought to China first time ever as a company our cloud services. And also we have brought Surface, one of our key pillars of our mobile first strategy, to China as a product first time ever. So we have had really a couple of big changes which are great and very well received here in China.
So I think like many tech companies, you are also going through a transformation of yourself in the area of mobile computing, cloud, and IoT. How is everything doing so far?
That's right. I think digital transformation is not only something which we see from our customers being greatly demanded, it's something where we ourselves try to keep honest and change the way we go forward. I think one of the fundamental changes you may have seen is that we really focus on moving from a licensing company to a service company. And I think that's explicitly here in China something which came as a big difference.
I think so about the digital transformation, I mean, we understand all those trends. So what's Microsoft's role in this?
I think, especially in China, if you look at all these key drivers you see on the digital transformation, the key role we think we have is with our partners here in China. We're uniquely serving customers on their digital transformation. If you think as cloud being a key driver, with our intelligent cloud platform, we have the most solutions available in China, China-specific industry solutions available, helping companies to really go on their digital transformation. We are uniquely positioned on helping companies use their data as key driver for their transformation. We just recently see products announced together with Hire. That's a key way on how we help companies deliver digital transformation. That's making us very unique, and I hope really that our goal by 2016, end of this year, everybody feels comfortable going to Microsoft and ask for help on how we can help on this digital transformation.
作为最早进入中国的跨国科技企业之一，微软从进入大陆以来，也面临着盗版、反垄断等种种挑战。 也深知与中国政府和企业合作的必要性。2012年的11月1日，微软与上海市政府以及北京世纪互联公司签署协议，在中国合作运营 Windows Azure 公有云平台和 Office 365服务。2015年世界互联网大会期间，微软与中国电科宣布签署备忘录，将成立合资公司，为中国政府机构和关键基础设施领域的国企用户提供专用版的 Windows 10操作系统。赫勒富表示，成立合资公司是微软与中国一起创新承诺的体现。未来呢，将继续针对中国用户的需求，不断的完善产品的开发。
I think you mentioned about uniqueness, so I think important task for you to in China is to actually localize your service here. For example, like your cooperation with 21st ViaNet Group in bringing your cloud service to China. I think this is quite unique because you don't do this in other parts of the world.
Look, I think there's one, obviously, having belief in the opportunity and the potential in the market if we do it right. Also, I think the support and partnership we're getting from entities and government to understand how to engage a market is very important. And yes, we try to have offerings which are tailor-made, which are done jointly with China, from China. And that's a long history. We have outside the US, in China, the biggest R&D community, and that helps. We had on Windows 10, I think Windows 10, I would call it the inked China product. The biggest community of people engaging in the development of Windows 10 came from China. The partnership with 21 ViaNet, you rightly said, it's the first time ever we had a product, our cloud service products done with a partnership of a country, in-country partner. The way we brought Xbox to market is done with a partnership in a country here in market. So the whole spirit is on really having our resource. Xiaoi's, look at this one. It's a product which is coming on the basis of artificial intelligence. It's using cloud technology, and it's having great success with many million users here in China, and we roll it now out from China to the world because we believe in the technology, we believe in the interaction of having an artificial intelligence device and support. So we feel very good on the progress we have made on that side and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I think you announced your joint venture with CETC last year. So we would like to know what's the latest status of this joint venture.
For us, this one was a big milestone. And obviously, we are thankful on having had a sequence of opportunities to go deep and improve our work with the entities to understand the need on what we want to need to deliver in the context of having Windows as an operating system used by Chinese government and state-owned enterprises. In that context, we have had in December then the agreement announced that we will build a joint venture in China. The purpose of the joint venture is this is the company, a Chinese company, who will resell a Windows version which is addressing the needs of Chinese government and SOEs. We have signed the contracts. We are in the process of registering the joint venture. We're going through that one. We have developed a first version, which is first government-specific Windows 10 version, which the joint venture then, the moment it is registered, we expect the joint venture will be able to resell it using the existing partners, using all the trained people in China, and building on top of that one a platform to deliver all these applications which are existing in the Chinese government. So it's a big piece of work, but it's a with China commitment we have as Microsoft in the full company, in the way we do the development of the product and the way we will adjust the product for Chinese needs going forward.
Will the company be set up this year?
Actually, I hope very soon this year, yes. So we're going through the process of registration, and the authorities are going through the nomination process. But I'm very optimistic that we will have soon a next step which we formally can address, and so we can start going into the process of serving customers which are already asking how we can do that.
随着虚拟现实、增强现实、人工智能等未来科技领域热度的不断攀升，包括微软在内的科技巨头企业纷纷的加大了研发投入，力求在这场高科技革命中能够占有先机。过去2年间，微软陆续推出了一系列的相关产品，其中包括在社交平台实现对话的人工智能机器人微软小冰，应用移动端的智能语音助手微软小娜，以及提供全息影像的 HoloLens 眼镜。克勒夫表示，微软呢十分重视增强现实等技术的创新，针对人工智能等领域呢，微软有着业界最大的研发投入，很多项目都在加速进展，将很快成为面向客户的真实产品。
We know right now many millions and many companies start to build their VR ecosystem. And what do you think the future of the AR, how soon it's going to come?
I personally think augmented technology is going forward a big thing. For us as a company, it's a big, so to say, stake in the ground we put forward on innovation and how we think about that one. My personal experience would be that this is something like where you just by using and seeing it, you open doors of new opportunities and new dreams, what you can do. And there are many ways in engineering, I can imagine myself. There's a lot I can see going forward in the context of health. Right, way we do health, and you kind of look at your body and the health of your body, how you do surgery. I think there's a lot of stuff coming forward. I personally believe there will be a lot coming in at your private home, on how you go, how you experience vacation bookings, how you experience your home. There's a lot of how companies work together, how you have meetings. A lot of creative things I have in mind going forward.
I'm going a bit back about the AR and the VR thing, because those are two different platforms, and we see a lot of companies invest heavily in the ecosystem. Do you see them competing with each other in the next few years, or what's the relation between the two?
I think, first of all, VR and AR are some very different technologies, right? And our focus is really on the augmented reality technology which we have. And at this stage, we see ourselves with HoloLens uniquely positioned. We are kind of uniquely having a real augmented reality belief and perspective on how we think the world will develop, less than on a pure virtual reality perspective. And the augmented reality opportunity is that you really bring things from a real life experience and blend it with technology and support through the technology of augmented reality. That's a very different approach. And going forward, we believe this is making our lives different. This is making our lives better and more effective and more enjoyable. So that's where we stand and have a clear view on how the future looks like.
We know AR, artificial intelligence, is also a very hot topic right now. So is there any difference between Microsoft's approach to AR compared with other companies?
There are a couple of components coming together, I would say. First of all, you need to have deep technical research capability. Now, as Microsoft, we have the biggest R&D spend, right? And a lot of that is committed in the context of artificial intelligence. You see us having delivered a couple of great experiences now being mainstream. So if you look at the way Cortana is coming together, or the way our data analytics work is coming together with on the machine learning side, I think you sense that a lot of this technology is getting really mainstream now. So we feel very focused on that one, and I'm personally excited on even seeing Xiaoi's. The way Xiaoi's is using the technology and accelerating just in 6 months, or the project Oxford, where they do face recognition, where it was 6 months ago it was a pilot. Today it starts to be real products with customers we have. The acceleration is coming, and we are very excited on that one.
So I'm wondering, you mentioned about a lot of the resources. So how many resources are you putting on AI research in China?
That's a good question, which I would I think actually it's depending on the real opportunities we see coming forward. And we don't have boundaries on resources we use. And you see that Xiaowai's right now, we started it in China. It's now getting to be a product which we're rolling out in English as a next phase. So there's a lot of stuff going forward in different products.
Looking forward, so where do you see the obstacles of this technology?
I think in the context of data and in the context of artificial intelligence, the real obstacle is brilliant students and the number of employees you have able to develop and understanding the technology. Think about how many people in a commercial company do really have deep insights, what to do with data and what to do with artificial intelligence. And we ourselves see us as a company having a platform for both, for artificial intelligence and for data. But where the real limitation we see right now is in companies having their expertise in taking up the capability of the platform to really develop their product. This is for banking, this is for insurance companies, this is for retail companies, this is for health companies, really helping them to have deep skills on both of these areas. I think that's the biggest obstacle we have right now, to be really fast and see the impact in the industry.
对于微软等传统科技企业来说，如何应对移动互联时代对传统 PC 行业的冲击，成为当下的重要课题。2015年的10月6日举行的温氏新品发布会上，微软发布了自己的第一台兼具平板和笔记本电脑功能的产品 Surface Book， 由此呢开创了微软造 PC 的先河。此后，市场对2合1产品的追捧，又促使华为和 TCL 等中国本土企业纷纷加入，推出自己的2合1新品，使日益萎缩的个人电脑市场出现了难得的热闹。在赫勒富看来，现在市场对2合1产品的需求很大，而微软呢也乐于见到更多合作企业继续推出各具特色、独立设计的产品。
I'm going to ask you a question about one of your core business, which is PCs. So we saw Huawei entering the 2-in-1 PC area, and we heard that Xiaomi may also enter this very soon. So would this kind of a lot of new players coming into this field, would it be a long-term trend, or do you think it's just people are seeing this opportunity?
First of all, with Surface, when we started Surface, we had a belief on how a new operating system can actually change the way how you personally enjoy life. So what is the new PC experience looking like, but also how you can change your productivity. And that was a first step. With that step of Surface, we opened this new category 2-in-1, which is the blend between a pure tablet and a notebook or a PC. But this new belief in this category, I think, is very strong. We are excited that our partners are joining it and have their own designs and their own characteristics in this category of 2-in-1. I think that's what we have seen with the latest announcement of Huawei and what we've seen with other great companies, Lenovo, Dell. Everybody has his own version of this 2-in-1, which makes us very, very excited.
Do you think this category would save the PC market because it's declining continuously for several quarters?
I think it's a device perspective we are having. And from a device perspective, we have seen the 2-in-1 devices being very, very greatly responded by market. And still, people will enjoy having a PC device. There is a great category of gaming. We see gaming PCs growing. So really the highest quality demand you can have to a PC is the gaming industry. And that's growing really dramatically on the product. So we see different categories. And 2-in-1 is helping the overall category for sure from a volume perspective.